All right, Brave Nation, this is the Brave Combat Federation 51 and Rook Sport Management co-main event of the evening. This next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the Super Welterweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man is a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 9 wins and no losses. He stands 183 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 79.6 kilograms. Representing Underdog and Turan Gym and fighting out of Almaty, Kazakhstan. Please welcome Rinat Kaiser and his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 7 wins and no losses. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 79.45 kilograms. Representing Phoenix Team and fighting out of Minsk, Belarus. Give it up for our hometown hero, Denise Madev. Your referee is the Bandit, Decky Larkin.
Sagantai 24. Both these men undefeated. 7-0 versus 9-0. Both these men light on the feet to start, in and out.
Mager feigning more with the hands. Sagantai a little bit more with his feet.
Both these men just trying to get the measure of one another, not a punch thrown in anger yet. Just waiting for one of these guys to engage. As we say, incredible wealth of experience from Mager. 8-time Belarusian national hand-to-hand combat champion. He's the only man to have won that title so far. A little bit of a cagey affair here.
Denise committed a little bit to that pendulum kick. May have learned something from it, may have seen his opponent lower his hands, may feint with that, come in with a single shot or even a combination over the top.
Very cagey so far, Carrick.
Starting to have an effect with that pendulum kick. The 3 strikes that characteristically one starts off a fight, whether the jab off the front side, a left push kick, and that pendulum kick. They allow you to, with relative safety, start downloading information on your opponent's reflexes. How quickly does he respond? What type of fighter is he? Is he a counter fighter? Is he a runner? That information is now being downloaded by Mager. He's likely going to start capitalizing on it somewhere before the close of this round.
2 minutes gone in the first round. A lot of data being downloaded by these fighters. Yet to really engage. That's probably the most engagement we've seen back and forth from the 2 of them. As we said, Sagantai 9-0. Nice body kick there from Maher. Switch to the liver.
Sagantai not so much feeling his opponent out as simply moving forward, feinting, and then trying to land a big shot. Mager a little bit more measured in his approach.
Majority of Maher's wins coming by way of submission. 4 of them, 2 arm bars, 1 rear naked choke, and a front choke. Right now, happy to stand, content to throw the hands.
It's always fun in a fight, Phil, to see the fighters start ramping it up.
Oh, huge uppercut! That's absolutely good! Dennis Maher with an unbelievable uppercut. showing instant respect to his fallen opponent, quieting the crowd, wanted to make sure his opponent was safe, but he threw that with serious venom. Ladies and gentlemen,
Phil,
now 8-0.
Phil,
Dennis Mager.
I am nearly moved to tears. I have seen this never in our sport. Dennis Mager is telling the crowd not to cheer. He's concerned for his opponent's health. The good news is Zagantai is back on his feet, under his own control. He's having ice put in his neck. He realizes what happened. He's got a little bit of a grin on his face. He's like, yep, I got caught. But I want to one more time say Dennis Mager is a class human being and a great representative of the great nation of Belarus. Ladies and gentlemen of Brave Nation, I have some unfortunate news. Our main event. Unfortunately, our main event between Lucas Martins Monero and Marcel Grabinski at the very last moment has been canceled. The fighters did not want, I'm not going to say what fighter caused it to be canceled. The fighter wanted to fight. He's been sick all day, and on recommendation of the medical staff, this fight has been canceled. This is Brave Combat Federation. We always listen to our medical professionals, no matter how much we don't want to. I apologize to everybody. I know I was looking forward to this main event like nothing else. I know you were too, but on the advice of medical professionals, the fight between Marcel Grabinski and Lucas Martins has been canceled. Having said that, the co-main event did have a storybook ending. We are here in Minsk, Belarus, and Minsk, Belarus native Dennis Mager had an absolutely fantastic finish.
All right, Minsk, Belarus, and the rest of the world watching. What an incredible co-main event we had. This, led by your hometown hero, ends at 2 minutes and 54 seconds of the very first round. Your winner by knockout from Minsk, Belarus, Dennis Mager! All right, Brave Nation, here we go. This next bout is 3 5-minute rounds in the strawweight division as the ladies let the leather fly. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This lady is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 4 wins and no losses. She stands 168 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 51.9 kilograms. Fighting out of Sakarya, Turkey, and representing Sakarya Sport Club, please welcome Sevdecher! And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This lady is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and 1 loss. She stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 51.5 kilograms. Representing our team and fighting out of Kaliningrad, Russia, give it up for our own Anastasia Fnova. Your referee is Alec Milyakov.
Sev the Turk was absolutely loving it. Anastasia, chilled out as you like. Here we go. All these ladies are engaging straight away.
Excuse me, Anastasia landed cleanly 2 or 3 times in there, I think forcing the clinch.
Sev the Turk trying to get in on that guillotine, predicated from the takedown attempt from Anastasia. And at this stage, when they're so strong and they're not sweating, this is when you can really get that grip on a submission.
Need to see whether the hands are connected. The elbow's a little bit high to get a finish right now, but there is a lot of pressure on the neck, as you can see.
Elbows lowering a little bit. Elbows lowering, Phil. Maybe reverse. if that grip gets reversed. No, head is out.
Nice work from Anastasia to stay calm, showing her experience in not just grappling, but all-round mixed martial arts. Trying to get the takedown, has the double underhooks, may look for the trip here from the back. But Sevda looking for a schoolyard throw. Anastasia just taking her time, trying to wear on her opponent. Has those double underhooks. I'm surprised I haven't seen a trip takedown yet.
Trying to break her opponent's base, trying to force the opponent's shoulders back over the hips, but she's finding out Sevda has a strong core.
Good head positioning from Anastasia, just trying to get that head underneath the chin of Sevda, who does a great job of framing off there. Sevda Turk desperately trying to get a little bit of separation, has that heavy whizzer. And again, Kirik, in positions like this in mixed martial arts, to the uninitiated, it looks like nothing's going on, but this is the most tiring aspect of the sport.
It is, Phil. It's not mixed martial arts without it. The positioning of the head plays a crucial role. Some people call it giraffe fighting. If you've ever seen a National Geographic special on giraffes, the males do fight using their head. And you just saw a takedown driven by the head. The Russian is now on top.
Beautiful work from Fnova. As soon as she got that head positioning just underneath the chin of Sevda, she controlled where the fight went. Trying to work here for a crucifix and land some strikes. Fnova again just taking her time, showing her experience.
Arms trapped, other arms trapped.
And that's the crucifix established. Doesn't need to be landing really heavy shots here. It's all about frequency, as Sevda isn't able to intelligently defend herself.
Turk needs to get onto her side, onto her left side, and try and yank that arm out. She may want to run her legs in one direction first to get a little bit of momentum for it. Wall walking not likely to work here.
Fnova switching it up between the punches and the elbows. Crowd here split. Really getting into this one. A little bit of a neck crank there from Fnova, but the punches are getting through.
Get about 100 seconds left in this bout.
Turk trying to do a little bit of wall walking here.
Getting a little summing on those elbows. Fnova maybe looking to take that arm home with her.
You can see she's trying to apply the pressure with that wrist control, trying to get that arm of Turk prone on the ground. Nice little bit of offense there off her back from Turk, trying to get those elbows off.
Turk absolutely still in this fight completely, despite being stuck on her back.
Needs to be wary of the triangle here. Beautiful inverted triangle there.
Loose triangle, almost a head scissor, can be used to apply a lot of pressure to the opponent's neck.
Oh, trying to grab the arm. There's the tap, there's the tap! I'm not quite sure if it was the reverse triangle or if it was the extension of the arm, but that was beautiful. Hopefully we're going to see that submission again after we get the official decision. There you see just the dominance, Kirik, establishing the position, not rushing it, and methodically working.
There was a solid attempt at the sweep there. Lesser fighter might have fallen for it, but as you said, very calm from top. But again, we saw nice work for both of these fighters. Those elbows from bottom are painful.
There you see just the, yep, it was the reverse triangle that did it, I think.
It was a neck crank if I had to guess right there. The head was pushed in an unfortunate position, forcing the tap. It's now going to be made official by Carlos Kramer.
All right, Brave Nation, what an exciting battle in the Brave 51 cage, with the ladies letting the leather fly. This comes to an end at 4 minutes and 23 seconds of the first round. Your winner by triangle choke, Anastasia Fnova. This is the Brave CF52 Milan, Italy, main event of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 4 wins and 2 losses. He stands 177 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 83.9 kilograms. Representing Kate Dojo Warrior Tribe and fighting out of New Jersey, USA, by way of Russia. Please welcome Rustam, the Russian Bear, Shazayev. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 182 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 84.3 kilograms. Representing Team Carbone, an AKA, and fighting out of Italy, please welcome Enrico, the Killing Machine, Cortez. Your referee is Lorenzo.
The Russian Bear taking on the young Italian lion that is Enrico Cortez, and this fight has me on tenterhooks, Carrick.
Bill, this is on paper a classic striker versus wrestler bout, but I am incredibly excited to see how this actually folds out. It's on now.
Touch of the gloves, and we are away. Cortez taking the center of the cage. Big shot from Rustam to start off. As you say, he's really trying to work those hands.
There it is again.
But eats a lovely straight from Cortez, and these boys are throwing heavy. Shazayev with the inevitable takedown. This is where he does his best work, Carrick. Can Cortez get back to the feet?
If he can, it's a huge moment, but I want to say this was a huge moment as well for Russian Bear because he did show some big shots. Clearly has the ability now to land a knockout shot from anywhere.
Great job from Cortez to get, and just throws the Russian Bear away. Another big takedown. Testing out the strength of the cage. These 2 big guys are swinging. Big knee from Cortez, fires a straight down the pipe. Swinging a miss from Shazayev. He looks a little bit wobbled.
Little difference in styles here. Shazayev is throwing looping shots. Cortez is coming right straight down the middle. Ordinarily, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. We're going to see if that rule holds up for the next round.
Oh, another big shot. Shazayev just throws Cortez, and he's trying to land these big winging shots. Needs to be careful leaning back. This type of fight, this type of pace is not sustainable at all, Kerry.
And maybe it is for a Russian.
Trying to get in, but needs to be wary. Oh, what a beautiful transition. Turned defense into offense, changes his level. Modified lateral throw, and this is beautiful work from the Russian Bear.
Bill, I do love that takedown, that defense against the guillotine. Throw your opponent on his back. It's not there anymore when you're cross-side. Cortez now has closed guard. He's got a lot of options there. One of them is striking, which you're seeing, but you cannot hit. Call it a mohawk. You can't hit a mohawk starting from the top of the head, actually all the way down the spine.
Cortez with a foot on the hip may try to use that to push away or throw up the likes of an arm bar, but right now just sitting inside the guard. Rustam Shazayev happy to land big elbows. Trying to get a little bit of payback there and open up the Italian Cortez.
Bill, this is a new Russian Bear. This is a bear showing his claws. These are damaging strikes we're seeing now.
Eats a big up kick. Shazayev, this is where he's at his happiest. Either sitting in the guard, in the half guard, just landing strikes and just really wearing on his opponents. It's a methodical approach that quite often breaks the spirit of his opponents.
It does, Phil, and his submission game is so extraordinarily advanced. When he sees those hip shift for an armbar, I think it basically amuses him.
Heavy shots being landed. Shazayev, oh, big shot fired back. It's that straight right hand, but oh, nice use of the whizzer, but ultimately Chisaev gets the takedown, and that's what he's so good at. If he wants to stand and trade for a while, he can do that, but he knows that he has that superior wrestling to fall back on.
That's exactly it, Phil. That's why wrestling is the most important art in mixed martial arts. If you want to stand and throw shots, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And there was a beautiful transition to top mount. Chisaev now has some options. He can try and stay on top and throw shots. He can move to side control if he wants, or he can start looking to set up a submission. Both fighters may be catching their breath just a little bit. This has been an extraordinary pace the two have kept up. Probably wise to take 5 to 10 seconds off, and they're back at it.
Oh, huge shots from Chisaev, just landing at will. Cortez doing the right thing by trying just to pull and create that.
That body lock does not last for long. The trained fighter will throw shots to one side. That makes the head go off to one side or the other. At that point, it's no longer sustainable. The back's open now.
Great work from Cortez to get back up, but as is so often the case, when you fight Rustam Chisaev, what goes up must come down. There it is.
That is that mauling takedown. I can't even tell you exactly what kind of a takedown that was. That was a bear takedown.
Cortez right now finds himself slap bang in the middle of a Russian bear trap, eating huge shots.
20 seconds left, Phil. There's just 20 seconds left.
Oh, these shots are getting through. It's the cumulative effort. Chisaev really landing heavy.
10 seconds now, Phil.
Can Cortez get it to the second round again?
Down again to the ground.
Oh, big
Booming
shot.
shots landing.
Saved by the bell was Enrico Cortez.
All right, Brave Nation, an incredible co-main event. This comes to an end after the first round. We have a corner stoppage due to injury. And your winner, Rustam, the Russian Bear, Chisaev!
gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Brave Combat Federation presents 3 5-minute rounds of professional mixed martial arts in this welterweight bout. Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of Copenhagen, Denmark, weighing in at 79.4 kilograms with a pro record of 6 wins and 1 loss, Louis Spartacus Glisman! Across the cage, his opponent stands in the red corner. Fighting out of Finland, weighing in at 79.5 kilograms with an undefeated pro record of 5 fights and 5 wins, Henry Lintula! Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Kevin Sataki.
Gentlemen, we talked about the rules. Protect yourself at all time. Listen to my word of commands at all time. When I tell you to stop, you stop. Touch gloves. Let's dance.
BJJ black belts. I cannot wait.
And as we kind of alluded to, both these men seem to have been on a similar career path, a similar trajectory. It was almost inevitable that they would meet in one of the world's biggest mixed martial arts promotion, the only truly global mixed martial arts promotion, Brave Combat Federation.
And there's a very noticeable height difference there. Henry Lintula, 193 centimeters tall. Obviously, he'll want to use that to his advantage. I mean, obviously, he is a grappler, but he is an MMA fighter as well, so we know he's been polishing up his skills.
Yeah, both these men do have wins due to strikes on their professional ledger, so they can get it done. Nice stiff jab from Spartacus. Tries to come over the top, and he's doing the right thing as the shorter fighter. He's changing his levels, trying to come over the top, trying to bring the attention of the taller man down.
Absolutely, and he's got to be full of confidence as well. I mean, he's coming off of 6 straight wins, and most recently off of his biggest win to date over British veteran Craig White. Finished him with in the first round with a submission. Huge feather in his cap. Nice left hand lands there.
Another big shot over the top from Grisman. Oh!
He just leapt into that leg kick, and look at the redness on Lintula's lead leg already.
Oh, he's chewing up that leg again.
It's paying dividends.
Intelligent foresight by the big Dane.
That was one of the most aggressive leg kicks I've seen.
You can see you can almost hear a pin drop here because there's that level of anticipation with both guys this high level. Anything can happen in an instant, and the people that are around the cage can feel that. And that leg kick again.
Twice now.
He smiles as if to say, yeah, I caught you with that.
And it is going to add up. As mentioned before, I got Danish veteran Nikolai Kupti as head coach at Artswab, and in the corner of Louis Glisman. Real veteran.
Oh, done well to close the distance. The shorter man lands the looping shots to get in. Nice defensive wrestling here from Lintula. I'll be honest, I want to see these guys on the ground.
Oh, yeah. So when I say that Coach Kupti is a real veteran, how much of a veteran? Well, how about dating back to the days of bare-knuckle shoot fighting?
Wow. You see, Lintula has also been working diligently on a stand-up, previously spent time at AKA, previously spent time in Auckland, New Zealand at City Kickboxing under Eugene Berman, so really getting some training in with some of the elite guys in the world.
Responds with a nice leg kick of his own. And Glisman is leaping forward with those strikes.
And he's only ever a whisker away with that big overhand.
Yeah. I mean, he's missed now with it a couple times, but he has landed with a follow-up leg kick, which is definitely going to do him some good. Let's see if he can get this.
Trying to connect the hands underneath the backside of Lintula. Lintula doing a good job of defending, gets that underhook, raises the level of Glisman.
There we have the first takedown with Glisman on top. I remember seeing Glisman for the first time in, I believe it was his second amateur fight in my home city of Malmo in 2015. Realized already then when he bulldozed Daniel Bergström that he would probably be a prospect worth keeping your eye on.
He's trying to transition. I think, can't quite see from this position. I believe he's in the half guard position.
Yeah.
He's just solidifying position, just trying to snake that leg through, perhaps into side control. Again, just showing the patience of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
And there would definitely be something to say of like grappling, bragging rights here for these two BJJ black belts.
Solid work from Lintula to get his guard back. Let's see just how dangerous his guard is. Known more so for his mixed martial arts grappling with regards to taking the back, as 3 of his submissions have come by rear naked choke. Big shot from Gleesman.
2 hard shots there connected. And another one.
Needs to be wary of his head position here. He needs to stay all the way down or all the way up. He can't be in that almost no man's land area where he's susceptible to submissions.
I mean, you gotta be careful. You cannot give a BJJ black belt a single advantage on the ground. Will get exploited. So far, I'd say Gleesman doing very well. I mean, obviously in top position now to finish off a round, and before that, landing some thunderous kicks.
You can see momentarily Lintula tried to create the angle coming out at 90 degrees. A real interesting stalemate. We've seen them. That leg kick from Gleesman was. I don't even know how you would. It wasn't technically by the book, but it sure was effective.
It reminded me of something you see out of football, honestly.
Big looking shots over the top, and you can see the game plan. Like he's leaving that leg in. That's a disdainful sort of leg kick, isn't it?
Obviously, it's frustrating, bro. Like when you're just out of reach of your opponent. I mean,
what would you be saying if you're in the corner of Gleesman? Are you telling him more of the same, or are you telling him to mix things up?
I mean, so far, I'd say more of the, so far what he's doing after his work, in the stand-up, it is reasonably one-sided with Gleesman landing most of the powerful strikes. And as he has shown now with his wrestling and his takedowns, did a very good job on top also, although perhaps leaving himself a little bit open. Did land some very solid ground and pound as well. So I'd say probably just refine some of the things you're doing. Maybe add a little bit of variety, but it's hard to do when you can't really reach your opponent and he's constantly a step away.
Henry Lintula trying to open up with a double jab, and again, Gleesman absolutely winging those shots.
Just got to be careful not to burn himself out. Because when you're looking desperately for the knockout shot, it's always the ones that you don't really expect to put the lights out.
That's a great point, Seb. And just as Gleesman came in with that overhand, Lintula had a knee landed that was just inches away from landing. But now Lintula with the pressure. Again, both men exchanging positions.
And that would be a smart thing for Lintula to do, to use those knees defensively, because he is being backed up a lot of the time. And when you are facing a shorter fighter, I mean, knees are just money.
That's a huge takedown. You may be seeing the start of a head-arm triangle being set up. Tries to transition to the other side, but wise to it. Oh, potential back take here from Gleesman.
Just one hook in, though.
Cranking on that neck. Has the second hook in. Is he a little bit too high, perhaps? But no, takes the back.
Oh, nicely done. Rear naked choke connected, but can he get it?
Does have 2 wins on his ledger by rear naked choke. Oh, that looks like it's in. Can he connect the hands? Bicep grip. This looks tight. Beautiful defense from Lintula, still in it, but oh, this looks tight. Will he be forced to top? There's the top. It's over.
That is it. Second round submission for Louis Gleesman. Taps out the BJJ black belt.
Louis Gleesman wins the battle of 2 of the most prominent fighters in the welterweight division in this part of Europe, in the entirety of Europe. This is a massive feather in his cap.
Huge statement here, and I think welterweights will be keeping a lookout now. I mean, if you didn't know Louis Gleesman, they certainly do now. Huge statement here in the main event of Brave's debut in Scandinavia. I mean, I don't think anyone wants to go over to the ground with this one after this.
No, that was devastating. Just showing how dominant he is. That's his 5th win by way of submission. His 3rd rear naked choke. Such a dangerous, dangerous ground specialist.
Very impressive. And we can't forget how well he was doing in the stand-up as well. I mean, those were fantastic leg kicks. And I think he connected with perhaps just 1 or 2 of those right hands, but they were doing damage. So, I mean, he's dangerous everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our main event here at Brave, Combat Federation 37. Our referee stopped the action after 1 minute and 30 seconds of the second round. And the winner, by way of rear naked choke, Louis Gman! Combat Federation presents 3 5-minute rounds of pro MMA in this catchweight bout. Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of Greece, weighing in at 99.2 kilograms with a pro record of 3 wins and 1 loss, Anathasios Herculesis. Across the cage, his opponent stands in the red corner, fighting out of Gothenburg, Sweden, weighing in at 97 kilograms with an undefeated pro record of 4 fights and 4 wins, Anton the Gift Turkali!
Athanasios taking a deep breath and looks the very picture of calm in there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was taking his time getting into the cage as well.
You ready? You ready? Let's do this.
And there we go. No touch of gloves. And whoa, what a start!
From chilled out 0 to 100 straight away. Diving backside slide, perhaps?
I mean, it looked like he was going for a flying knee, but then kind of changed his mind. Looked like it initially, the way he went off to the side and then charged at him, it was definitely reminiscent of Jorge Masvidal.
That's a good call. Right, in the clinch right now. Herculesis trying to dig in for the underhooks. At the minute, it seems that Anton can pretty much do what he wants from this position. That's a second cage grab. There's the outside trip.
Oh,
lands right into the mount.
This is bad news for Herculesis.
Has the grapevines in. Now he's just peppering the head of Herculesis with shots. May look to frame off with the hand, crash the elbow in just like that. And he's really just seems to be holding on right now for dear life. Trying to hip out, trying to buck. May give up his back. These are big shots being landed by Anton.
Heavy shots from Anton Turkal here on top, but credit to Herculesis sticking through it.
Again, Anton showing a little bit of savvy, not rushing straight away. Tying up the legs of Herculesis. You can see he has that famed Dagestani handcuff, landing big strikes. That's 1 hook in, 2 hooks in. May look to flatten out the Greek fighter.
Yes, he does. More hard strikes from the top there from Anton Turkali. And the last time we saw him compete was actually in a grappling bout against Swedish sensation and MMA legend Alexander Gustafsson.
Right now, Herculesis is just eating shots. That's a big elbow from the side. That's huge. Oh, massive elbows by Anton. Calls it in the first round. Beautifully dominant performance. Walks away like he's going down to the shops to buy a pint of milk. Wonderful performance.
Wow, we have definitely a future star on our hands here.
Runs his professional record to 5 wins, 5 finishes, 4 in the very first round.
And I'll tell you, there are not a lot of fighters that want to sign on a dotted line to face Anton Turkali.
There you see, just turned it up from pot shots to crashing elbows. And Herculesis might have momentarily been out there.
Yeah, I think so. The way he was looking up at Decky Larkin looked like it. And I mean, it's very easy to believe. I mean, Turkal has so much power in his shots.
Go ahead.
Let's send it back into the cage. Mr. Lance Murdoch, official decision, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Mr. Deck Larkin, stopped the action after only 1 minute and 57 seconds of the very first round. The winner, by way of TKO and still undefeated, Anton Turkali! Brave Combat Federation presents 3 5-minute rounds of pro MMA in this strawweight bout. Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, weighing in at 52.6 kilograms, making her pro debut, Bianca Torinja Antman! Across the cage, her opponent stands in the red corner, fighting out of Helsinki, Finland, weighing in at 51.9 kilograms with a pro record of 2 wins and 2 losses. Vera Wonder Woman Nicadan! Kevin Sataki is in charge of the action.
They've got a certain coolness to them. I don't really know what it is. There's something in the water. They are tough people. And she's used to being the away fighter, the one you know trying to play spoiler. Like I mentioned, I saw her here in Stockholm a couple years back. She made her pro debut in England as an away fighter again, and here she is once again looking to shut down the hometown favorite. Oh, a little slip there from Nicadan.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of moisture on the canvas.
Come in.
All right, yes, we are going to have to clean it up. We do not want anyone slipping on that.
Referee does the right thing, sends the fighters to neutral corners. Yep.
Of course, Kevin Sataki, a veteran of the referee game, especially here in Sweden and Scandinavia.
Yeah, last thing you want as a professional mixed martial artist is your footing to be impeded by any stretch of the imagination, as it's such an important facet of mixed martial arts.
Absolutely. It would be an incredible shame for it to spoil a fight like this. But we will be back in action.
All right, second attempt to get started. Cage door is locked and we are ready to go. Both these women coming out of the orthodox stance.
Oh, nice little exchange there.
I like the way Antman's countering off the kicks of Vera. Nice head movement.
Yeah, her
but
right
again,
hand. Oh, I like the...
Oh, that's a
that
big
right
overhand
hand
from
again.
Antman.
That right hand is really landing for Antman. And yeah, like you said, she's countering fantastically with it. Great kicks too.
Thought about the knee, but a little bit of marking up under the the right eye of Antman.
Yeah, I mean, Nicadan, she is tough as nails. She'll take a hit and keep on coming. A little bit of redness under her right eye as well.
I like the way they're beautiful counter hook there. They're very much fighting in the pocket, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And those kicks, I think, will start to add up for Bianca Antman. She's landed a couple of them now, very hard.
Kicking more so with the foot is Vera Nicadan. But these girls are just happy to stand in the one spot and bang. Oh, beautiful straight from Antman. Nicknamed Torrinha, meaning the little bull. And you can see why.
Yeah, very appropriate name. Nicadan going to the body with that one.
Vera's going to have to play the role of the matador a little bit more here against the little bull.
The hits keep on coming, both in the fight and in the commentary. Another
That's
fantastic
a
exchange
there,
there, punctuated by a kick to the body from Bianca Antman. I think. And again. And you can see Nicadan's right hand hanging very low. I mean, the body will naturally start to drop to defend those areas that are hurt.
Keeping her hands low. She's dipping her head ever so slightly when she comes in and is part of those exchanges.
Yeah, she's got to be careful because I suspect that Antman may be going high with one of those kicks soon.
You can already see the redness really starting to swell up on the inside leg of Vera Nicadan.
Again, that left kick, very nicely done from Bianca Antman.
And if we can see that Vera's dipping her head ever so slightly, we're pretty sure that the corner of Antman can see that too.
Exactly. And I feel like she's managing distance while using those kicks. Keep Nicadan at bay when possible.
Beautiful front kick to keep her where she wants her.
And interesting, no takedown attempts so far from Nicadan, who, as you mentioned before, felt she had the advantage with the wrestling.
Just shy with a head kick. Had that been a little bit taller. Vera seems to be dropping her hands. She lands her punches, and then as she's exiting, she's dropping her hands. It's a very risky game to play.
You got to be careful, especially against a high-level striker like Bianca Antman.
Oh, nice 1-2. Fakes the takedown, comes over the top.
She needs more of that. She needs to keep Bianca Antman guessing a little bit. Even if she's not going to commit to the takedown, maybe show it a little bit, fake it a little bit, just to keep Antman thinking.
Indeed, Seb, indeed. Catches the kick, but those hands are dangerously low for my liking. Trying to get off on the 1-2, but So far, very interesting striking exchange from the two of them. It's fought very much more in the realm of a kickboxing fight than a mixed martial arts fight at the moment.
Absolutely, and Nicadan taking these hits like a champ. I mean, I know for a fact that Bianca Antman kicks very hard.
Being the decision 4 times in her mixed martial arts career, so finished by name, not necessarily by nature, because she does seem quite hard to finish.
And she trains very regularly with Erik Varulen, who saw me on the undercard score a submission win. So he's been helping her round out her game, and he was the one that basically got her into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and grappling.
See Vera now trying to counter the strikes, but a real nice showing of fluidity with the strikes from Antman. You know, she's mixing together the punches, the kicks, working off her jab. I love the range that these women are fighting at. There's not really a feeling out process.
Yeah, I mean, from the start, they just basically went for it.
It's almost like that Muay Thai mentality where you land, I land, you strike, I strike.
And you will not hear any complaints from us or people watching at home for that.
Not at all, Seb.
Still, those hands hanging dangerously low for Nicadan. I mean,
nice jab landed by Nicadan.
I mean, she has had some success with this, and wow, and there it is. There's a takedown with 10 seconds left.
Very intelligent mixed martial arts there. Very close round on the stand-up, but needs to be wary of an armbar. But as we know, Seb, takedowns score big in mixed martial arts. Seconds to see momentarily what the jiu-jitsu is like, how active the hips were of Bianca.
Yeah, true. Before there really is enough time to set up a proper submission, because, I mean, Antman's grappling credentials as of late cannot be denied.
Ready.
For first time tonight, we are into a second round.
And no real touch of gloves there. Bianca Antman wanted to get right back into the action.
Yeah, these ladies are all business. That's a nice stiff jab being repeatedly landed by Bianca.
Just missed fair with that right hand, did Bianca Antman. And Nicadan going for that lead hook a little bit now.
It's
having some success with it.
Yeah, the frequency of strikes, you know, they're not all knockout power shots. It's almost a Diaz-esque kind of approach.
Yeah.
You know, volume, fluidity, frequency.
Yeah, just slowly breaking your opponent down with just a huge magnitude of strikes.
But as you say, Vera, renowned for being one of the toughest fighters in women's MMA, she's going to be a tough nut to crack.
Oh, definitely. And so far, I mean, even though she is having a lot of success, I mean, Antman has her work cut out for her. I mean, she's facing someone who just continuously goes forward, eats every single shot she can give.
You know, on the balance of this fight, maybe she should change her nickname to the Finnish Zombie.
I would not be mad at that.
See, it's almost as if Vera's anticipating that rear hand anytime she lands, so she's just getting her head off the center line.
Nice way of adapting to the action and to the fighting style. Right hand connected there.
Again.
And again, the body kick. And it truly is going to take something extraordinary to put Nicadan away. I mean, she is just a picture of toughness.
Nice in and out jab. Again. She must be very confident in her striking and her head movement to keep the hands out. Like, she hasn't been caught, you know, outrageously clean.
Yeah, yeah. It's perhaps just some of those earlier body kicks I really found her mark. But yeah, since then, Nicadan is getting better at getting it, you know, a little bit more out of range in those exchanges.
Seems they've made some adjustments in between rounds, approaching this more with a counter-striking game plan.
And that's just, you know, telltale of an experienced.
Oh, big strikes being landed by Antman.
Yeah, those definitely got Nicadan's attention.
Nice knee up the middle. Maybe put the manners on Veer a little bit to prevent her from ducking the head in. Both these women starting to wear the story of the fight a little bit more. Attempted Superman punch from Antman.
And interesting about, despite securing that takedown at the end of the first round, Nicadan has not resorted to any wrestling for the duration of his second round, and just under 2 minutes left. It's definitely a testament to her toughness, but I wonder if perhaps not mixing in a little takedown here and there would be good for swaying the momentum of the fight to her favor.
Well, she's established that she can score the takedown. She's done that at the end of the first round, so maybe she might try and score that takedown a little bit earlier than the final 10 seconds of the round. Just as I say that, scores the takedown, but Antman momentarily down, being punished with big shots to the side of the head.
Nicely done defensively from Bianca Antman.
Seems to be finding that gap. Splits her base well. Digs in for the underhook. Try and raise the level here of Veera Nicadan. I think she's cut her open. I can see a little bit of blood leaking, I think.
Yeah, looks like it, right? And it might be one of those short shots. I mean, with the gloves, depending on how you land, you can't cut somebody open, even if it's not, you're not winging your punches. And there is a takedown for Veera Nicadan right in front of our broadcast position.
Big takedown for Nicadan. Landing in the side control. Momentarily looked like she was going to switch to north-south, but that's more of just a stalling position. But yeah, we could be watching a setup for a north-south choke.
Yeah.
Veera transitions the whole way round into side control. Antman needs to be careful holding onto the neck there.
Good job at getting back to half guard there for Bianca Antman. And it looks like the round is going to come to a close with Finland's Nicadan.
Third and final round. Bianca, third and final round.
Here we go, third and final round, ready to commence, and there we go. There's a touch of gloves.
A little bit of smile from both women there. Obviously enjoying themselves in here.
Well, 10 minutes of violence will bring you closer to somebody.
Oh, big shot. And then a reply from Antman. Just shy stepping in with that elbow. Oh, beautiful kick to the body.
Again, that right hand, left kick combination. I'm really liking that from Antman.
Mixing up her strikes. There seems to be a greater degree of impetus, of urgency here from Bianca Antman.
Well, I mean, after spending the last minute of a previous round on your back, I mean, obviously, for many people, it does light a fire. And for an experienced competitor like Bianca Antman, who's been there in both striking competitions, grappling competitions, I'm pretty sure that having that adversity will really light her up.
Just mixing up the kicks nicely. But again, much to Veera's credit, she's constantly throwing back. She's constantly putting something in the face of Bianca Antman.
Finish zombie indeed. I mean, she's eating some heavy, heavy shots.
If her record is anything to go by, she's happy to stay in there. Win, lose, draw, she stays in there to the end. So durable, so tough.
Oh, spinning back fist there from Bianca Antman, connected.
Vera just looks at her and has a wry smile.
Yeah. And Antman has got to know now that the takedown is probably coming again. And that can sort of halt up your game a little bit, stop your flow, because, I mean, you're thinking about an extra aspect of a fight that you weren't necessarily...
Oh, head kick! Head kick knockout!
That
Unbelievable! Where did that come from?
I said, wow. That is it, investing in those body kicks and leg kicks and then going up high in the final round when it was necessary. She could have been down 2 rounds, but wow, becoming the first woman to finish the other Nicadan in the show.
That is absolutely huge. Showed off her striking repertoire, mixed the hands in with the kicks, knew she had to go out in the 3rd round and deliver. And like my favourite postman, she delivered unbelievable.
What a performance. So clean, so clinical, and yeah, Nicadan was happy.
Yeah, great stoppage by a referee, absolutely brilliant one. What a finish in your mixed martial arts debut.
Could not ask for a better result there. 3rd round KO, fantastic work. And Nicadan all smiles again.
Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen, in an absolutely savage finish, our referee stopped the action after 1 minute and 37 seconds of the 3rd round. And the winner, by way of KO in the blue corner, Bianca Antman!
What a performance, what a debut.
Brave Combat Federation presents 3 5-minute rounds of professional mixed martial arts in this catchweight bout. Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of Nottingham, England. He stands at 183 centimeters. He weighs in at 76.8 kilograms with a pro record of 9 wins, 3 losses and 1 no contest. Carl Bomber Booth! Across the cage, his opponent stands in the red corner. He fights out of Nantes, France by way of Dagestan. He stands at 178 centimeters tall and weighs in at 77.5 kilograms. He has a pro record of 10 wins, 1 loss and 1 no contest. Abdul the Conqueror, Abdul. Our referee in charge of the action is Mr.
4 against Carl Booth at 31 years old. I firmly believe he is in the middle of his peak years right now.
Absolutely. I think his last fight is a testament to that. I mean, he completely demolished Haider Hassan. We've never seen Carl Booth look as good, as fluid, as slick as he did in that bout. He early broke the nose of Hassan and just never let up, constantly putting the pressure on his opponent. And it just felt like something had clicked in him. He just put all the components together. And wow, here we go.
Main event, I am buzzing like your cousin for this fight. Cannot wait to see what kind of action reveals itself in front of us here.
I mean, these are such high-level fighters. I mean, if you just look at the credentials that they have, I mean, look at the opponents that they've gotten past. Of course, we mentioned Haider Hassan, who's a very, very skilled fighter that Carl Booth got past. He's also, TKO'd Gazimur Agatsiev. He's got a win over a TKO win over Dino Bagatin. I mean, just so skilled are both these fighters.
Both these men are 1-on-1 with the welterweight champion Jarrah Al-Salawi. So an emphatic victory, I think, could place either man front and center for a shot at the belt. And big double leg from Abdo Abdurigimov.
Slam City population Carl Booth. What a takedown.
But again, as I've said ad nauseum, there's a misconception that Carl Booth is just a striker. He's not. Here we will see the work he's been putting in on his ground game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when he has such strong and fluid striking, of course, you've got to work on those, on your weaknesses, and he is becoming a much more well-rounded and complete fighter for every day. And every time we see him, he proves that inside the cage.
And I like just how calm Carl's looking there, but he gives up the half guard. You can see nice spread base. That's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt 101. Heavy hips, spread the base. Very, very smart work from Abdul Abduraimov.
And of course, we mentioned Carl Booth's credentials in his list of victories. I mean, look at Abdul Abduraimov's resume. He got wins over Rodrigo Caballero, Viscardi Andrade, and in his just third pro fight, he defeated Gael Grimaud by second round submission. Gael Grimaud is one of the best welterweights ever to come out of France, a true veteran of French MMA. No easy task in just your third pro fight, but Abduraimov passed that test with flying colors.
Yeah, a real proven finisher. 7 wins by finish, 6 in the first round, 6 by way of sub, 3 rear naked chokes, 2 anacondas, and an arm triangle.
So and he's got Booth in a crucifix now.
Booth trying to buck out, get those hips high and turn in. And you're seeing the athleticism of Carl Booth here by trying to get out of this position. Not huge fight-ending strikes being landed. Oh, they are now with those elbows. They're nasty.
Full mount now for Abduraimov.
And this is perhaps the most decisive, aggressive, and nasty that we've seen. Abdul Abduraimov.
Absolutely. You can tell that he wants to make it. Oh, but nicely done from Carl Booth. Reverses, ends up in an armbar, though, but gets out just in time.
Nice work from Carl Booth, showing his athleticism, showing his knowledge of the ground game, now inside the close guard of Abdul Abduraimov.
So I mentioned the third pro fight of Abdul Abduraimov's career. Not an easy task. Well, how about his first 2 fights? They took place on the same day. Both his first and second pro fights were on the same day. Obviously, he won both.
Carl needs to be careful of putting those hands on the mat. That can be a trigger for somebody who's particularly good at jiu-jitsu if the hands are on the mat.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can see Abdul Abduraimov has that foot on the hip. But head arm triangle from the bottom potentially here.
Jockeying for position, and wow, what a reversal from Abduraimov.
Now sitting in that scarf position, may grab the inside of his own thigh just to secure it a little bit further, but he can land little pot shots from here.
And I think he wants to get back to either a mount or a crucifix, yeah.
Carl Booth with the butterfly hooks may get the foot on the hip and push away.
And he recognized the danger. It was a similar position he'd been in before. Nice adjustment there from Booth to make sure he didn't end up. Oh, but now again, he's got a crucifix position here, does Abduraimov.
May try and hit the Americana from this position, or... Good work from Carl Booth to establish the underhook. Needs to be wary of the baseball bat choke.
Oh, and we've got a Darce choke coming.
Into the Darce. This is just how decisive and definitive the jiu-jitsu is of Abdul Abduraimov. Can Carl Booth survive? And this is tap!
That
in the
is
first
it.
round! Abdul Abduraimov with a beautiful first round submission, adding to 7 submission wins in his mixed martial arts career. You see the mark of the man. As soon as he got the tap, he looked to Carl and asked if he was okay. What a performance from the former champion and potentially now the #1 contender.
What a statement of a performance there for Abdul Abduraimov, showing just the nature of a true champion, both finishing the bout and the nature of a champion afterwards, as well as you mentioned it. He just looked so good in those competitions. Testament to Carl Booth's toughness, because a lot of fighters would not have gotten out of that position.
I said at the beginning of the broadcast and in the build-up show, it really came down to which Abdul Abduraimov took up. The guy who said no mas after the last fight with Jalal Salawi, or the guy that won the championship. That is championship quality Abdul Abduraimov. That is how he earned his nickname. That is why he is called the Conqueror.
Yeah, I mean, the Conqueror completely correct. He really conquered the cage here at grade 38. I mean, not really facing the whole... I mean, sure, he was reversed briefly. He was reversed, but he managed to... I mean, he just showed his savvy there with grappling, and once he was reversed, he reversed right back, and then once he connected that Darce choke, it was tap or nap.
Oh, I need to calm down. Let's go to Lance Murdoch for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our main event of the evening here at Brave CF38, our referee, Mr. Deck Larkin, stopped the action after 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the very first round. The winner, by way of Darce choke, in the red corner, Abdul the Conqueror, Abduraimov!
is 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 3 wins and 1 loss. He stands 193 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 93.3 kilograms. Representing TNT Gym and fighting out of Ljubljana, Slovenia, please welcome Jakob Nedo! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and 4 losses. He stands 191 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 93.3 kilograms. Representing GBG MMA and fighting out of Gothenburg, Sweden. Give it up for Zvonimir, the Croatian sensation, Kaar!
This bout is in the light heavyweight division. This is the most dangerous division in mixed martial arts. The heavyweights are a little slower when they get knocked out. It can be by accident. The little guys can handle it.
And here we go. Both of these guys, absolute bruisers.
Brave Nation, don't blink. Either of these fighters can end this fight in any second.
10 wins between them, all 10 by way of finish. Zvonimir Kral nice and loose with the leg kicks. Nedo opening up with the hands.
Nedo may be being just a little bit too aggressive this early in the fight.
Oh, that shows the kind of power that Zvonimir Kral has in the legs. That's not much a leg kick as it is swinging a baseball bat right into the femur.
Zvonimir Kral staying on the outside, getting a sense of what kind of game his opponent wants to play, how quick his opponent's feet are, what angles do those hands come from. He's downloading information right now, and he's probably going to start. Yo!
Oh, huge shot from Nedo!
There it was! It's all over!
Very first round, Jacob Nedo with an absolutely huge shot right down the middle, separates Zvonimir Kral from his senses, and in doing so records the 4th first round finish in his professional career.
Brave Nation, you have just witnessed one of the most dangerous men in the most dangerous division. Light heavyweight, huge moment for Jakob Nedo.
Landed a huge shot to drop Zvonimir Kral, followed up with 1 shot, knew he didn't need any more than that. You have to give credit for Jakob Nedo not following up with the unnecessary strikes. But what kind of power can Jakob Nedo generate? Let's have a look.
Brave Nation, when you punch somebody through their shoulders, when you throw a punch not straight into the center of their body, but across their shoulders, it has a devastating effect. Look at this angle. It's thrown right down across from one shoulder to the other. When that happens, it is lights out. Brave Nation, Zvonimir Kral stood up almost instantly from that shot. It was a little stunner. Standing now completely on his own accord. No head trauma there, despite what you saw. Looks a little scary. But as I said, fighter came to in a split second. Stood back up. Obviously not the outcome he wanted. These are 2 warriors. It can happen to both of them. Carlos Kramer, Roaring Lion, make it official.
All right, Brave Nation, another explosive battle inside the Brave CF 56 Serbia cage. This comes to an end at 50 seconds of the very first round. Your winner by knockout, Jakob Nedo!